The 5 most disrespectful defendants. Defendants can generally be divided into 2 categories. Some respect the court and the law, abiding by all the obligations, and others curse at judges, mock others, and laugh throughout the session. But did you know that some defendants have been extremely disrespectful in court? Want to know about them? Well, say no more. In today's video, we will look at 5 of the most disrespectful defendants during court sessions. 1. Spencer Boston. Spencer Allen Boston, a 20-year-old, was charged with speeding and possessing marijuana. Possession of marijuana is illegal in the state of Tennessee. As soon as he is brought into the court in front of the judge, he begins imparting knowledge on the good effects of marijuana and its harmlessness. He also states that he is against the law and wishes it to be changed. The judge calmly replies that the role he is in requires him to uphold the law and that if he had any problems regarding the law itself, he would have to go to see the legislature about that. As the judge proceeded to work with the court employees to set a trial date, Boston suddenly decides that it was his time to shine. He lights up a joint inside the courtroom and is immediately taken away by the court officer. The judge charged Boston with speeding, increased the counts of marijuana possessions to 2, disorderly conduct, and contempt of court. 2. Donta Wright. Donta Wright was presented in court for his sentencing. He was charged with shooting a high school student, Jordan Clee. Donta Wright himself was just 17 years old. He pled guilty to armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, felony firearm, and second-degree murder. At one point, a family member was asked to make a victim impact statement on the behalf of the victim's mother. The mother of the victim was crying during the whole reading. Wright, on the other hand, was smirking and laughing at the statement. When asked to make his statement, Wright mockingly said that he was going to be with his family soon. The judge did not take this lightly and stated that he was tempted to send Wright to prison for life and reject the plea deal. He asked permissions for the attorney representing the victim's family. The family, although drowning with sorrow, decided that they wanted to move on, and the judge sentenced Wright to 25 to 52 years in prison. 3. Alan McCarty. Alan McCarty, through a phone call, threatened to shoot a judge outside her building if the court didn't give him his kids back. The judge whom he threatened was not even the one present in his child custody case. 1 year after being arrested, he was presented in court in front of a different judge. When asked to raise his right hand, he preferred to show his middle finger, which the judge didn't appreciate. He cussed at the judge multiple times and kept complaining about his kids being taken. Even this judge was not the one responsible for his child custody case. He is found guilty and a month later returns for sentencing. The judge was deciding whether to hold McCarty in contempt of court, to which he starts cussing at this judge too. He is sent to the back room. He is sentenced to 15 years in prison for extortion and another 5 years for threatening unlawful harm. 4. Michael Ray. Michael Ray was facing 4 charges, which were criminal trespassing, second-degree assault, making terrorist threats, and failure to wear a seatbelt. He would have gotten away with a bond set at $25,000, but Ray had other plans. He threatens the prosecutor and flips her off. This makes her increase the amount to $50,000. He walks away, and when he returns, he threatens her again, because of which he receives 30 days of jail time. Ray was not done yet, and he proceeds to state that if he met the prosecutor outside, he would smack her. This and the previous charges now increase his total charges to 10 from 4. 5. Amanda Castle. Amanda Castle was charged with driving under the influence and causing death after she had a head-on collision with another car that killed 31-year-old Jerome Zerker and severely injured his fiancée. The victim had 5 children and lived a happy life in Michigan. A statement was being read in front of the judge, which was from the victim's children, by his sister Doreen Zerker. As she was reading it, everyone could hear Castle's family member giggling in the background. Amanda was, however, seen crying, hearing the words. The judge did not take this lightly and sent Castle's mother for 93 days to the Wayne County Jail. Castle, on the other hand, was sentenced to 3 to 15 years in prison. The next day, her mother was brought in front of the judge and she apologized to her and that she knew what she did was wrong. The judge ordered for her to be released within that day.